Erev Tov, good evening, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
If you've been tuned in for the last half hour on YouTube or the last 5 minutes on Zoom or on Facebook Live, you've watched us in our Putchgang about, I feel like I'm back in, AV club in high school. Shout out to Mr. Sullivan for leading us so wonderfully back in the day. But here we are, all of us gathered together in one form or another to be able to celebrate Shabbat. And we rejoice in that as we sing Hine Ma Tov. I'm not going to be calling page numbers out very much, but if you want to follow along, if you have your own copy of Mishkan Tefillah, we're going to be using Service 1. If you're looking for a copy, on our Facebook page, there is a flip book. There is a PDF of it available for you to be able to follow along. But we're going to be joining together and singing Hine Ma Tov, how good it is that we are joining together this evening.
Hine ma tovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov, shevet achim gam yachad. Tov, shevet achim gam yachad, hine ma tov u'manayim. shevet achim gam yachad, hine ma tov u'manayim. shevet achim gam yachad, hine ma tov, hine ma tov. Ya la la, ya la 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 la. Hine ma tov, hine ma tov. Ya la la, ya la 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 la. Hine ma tov u'manayim. shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim. shevet achim gam yachad. And we'll join in singing Psalm 95, Lechuna Ranana. Lechuna Ranana, Lechuna Ranana, Lechuna Ranana, Ladonai. Lechuna Ranana, Lechuna Ranana, Lechuna Ranana, Ladonai. Naria, Naria, Litzor Yishenu, Nekad Mafanav Betoda. Naria, Naria, Litzor Yishenu, Bizmira Naria Do. Lechune Ranena, Lechune Ranena, Lechune Ranena, Ladonai. Lechune Ranena, Lechune Ranena, Lechune Ranena Ladonai.
If you've been waiting to join with us in lighting our Shabbat candles, we turn to the lighting of our Shabbat candles. We turn to Cantor Flynn to lead us in that blessing, to welcome the warmth and the light of Shabbat into our lives.
O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Bless all who enter this virtual sanctuary in need, all who bring the offering of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech
Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the lights of Shabbat.
We welcome the Sabbath bride with the singing of Lecha Dodi, Shamor v'Zachor, Likrat, Shabbat, Hitoreri, and of course Boi v'Shalom at the end as we join in Lecha Dodi. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Penei Penei Shabbat Nekabela. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Penei Penei Shabbat Nekabela. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Penei Penei Shabbat Nekabela. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Penei Penei Shabbat Nekabela.
Shamor v'Zachor b'diבור echad, Yishmi'anu el hamichad, Adonai echad, U'shemo echad, V'shemo tiferet v'liti la 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 la.
Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Penei Penei Shabbat Nekabela. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Penei Penei Shabbat Nekabela.
Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, Ki mekor ha'veracha, V'roshi kedem nisucha, Sof ma'aseh b'machshava tehila la 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 la.
Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Penei Penei Shabbat Nekabela. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Penei Penei Shabbat Nekabela.
Hitoreri, Ki va'oreh kumiori, Uri shir daberi, Kevod Adonai alayich nigila la 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 la.
Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Penei Penei Shabbat Nekabela. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Penei Penei Shabbat Nekabela.
Boi v'shalom ma'ateret bala, Gam b'simcha u'v'tzola, Tuchem u'riyam zagula, Boi chala, Boi chala, la 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 la.
Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Penei Penei Shabbat Nekabela. 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 It is traditional that at this time after Lecha Dodi, when we welcome Shabbat in, we also welcome in the mourners in our midst, those who had just suffered a loss, and we welcome them into the sanctuary and extend our condolences to them. While no one is entering our sanctuary, we acknowledge those who have suffered losses this week. And we acknowledge Rachel Blumenfeld, who lost her mother Jean, a former longtime member of this congregation. Rachel, to you and to your family, we say, Hamakom yinechem etchem, may the one who is a source of peace grant you peace and comfort. Speaking of peace and comfort, a reading as we continue to try to process what it means for us to be doing what we're doing now, this Shabbat. Where has this week vanished? Is it lost forever? Will I ever recover anything from it? The joy of life, the unexpected victory, the realized hope, the task accomplished. Will I ever be able to banish the memory of pain, the sting of defeat, the heaviness of boredom? On this day, let me keep for a while what must drift away. On this day, let me be free of the burdens that must return. On this day, Shabbat, abide. Help me to withdraw for a while from the flight of time, contain the retreat of the hours and days from the grasp of frantic life. Let me learn to pause, if only for this day. Let me find peace on this day. Let me enter into a quiet world this day. On this day, Shabbat, abide. As we are able to do so in our homes, we rise for the call to worship for the Baruch Hu.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed Le'olam Va'ed Yala la 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 Yala la la la
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim b'chochma poteach sha'arim u'bidvuna mishane itim u'machalif et hazmanim u'misader et hakochavim b'mishmerotehem barakia kirtzono borei yom v'layla golel or mipnei choshech v'choshech mipnei or u'ma'avir yom u'mevi layla u'mavdil ben yom u'ben layla Adonai tzavaot shemo El chai v'kayam tamid yimloch aleinu leolam va'ed Baruch atah Adonai Hama'ariv Aravim. Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol, all these things your Torah gives to us. And the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a truer token of your abiding love than this holiest of your works and the living language that gives it form? Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Le'olam Va'ed.
ואהבת
את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Adonai Elohim, Amen.
Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together.
Bim bam, bim bam, ay 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 ay, bim bam, ay 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 ay, bim bam. Mi chamocha ba'im Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh, norati lo tosefele, norati lo tosefele, ma'alechutecha ra'uvanecha, bokei hayam livnei Moshe u'Miriam, zeli zeli anu ve'amru, Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed, yabai bai bim bim bai, yabai bai bim bam, yabai bai bim bim bam, yabai bai bim bam, ay 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 ay, yabai bai bim bam, ay 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 ay, yabai bai bim bam. V'ne'emar ki paralna et Yaakov u'ge'ala mi'achazak mimenu, Baruch atah Adonai Yisrael.
Give thanks for the night and its rest and the promise of peace that it brings.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom, ve'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom, ve'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Ushmor tzidkenu uvoinu lechaim u'shalom me'ata ve'ad olam. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom, ve'hamidenu shomreinu
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom V'amidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Yismechu v'malechutecha Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat V'korei oneg Shabbat Yismechu v'malechutecha Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat V'korei oneg Shabbat Mikadeshei Shabbat Kulam Yisbe'u Yismechu v'malechutecha Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat V'korei oneg Shabbat Yismechu v'malechutecha Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat V'korei oneg Shabbat V'hashvi'i Ratzita bo
וקידשתו שבת
Shabbat
חמדת
Yamin
אותו קראת שבת
Yismechu v'malechutecha Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat V'korei oneg Shabbat Yismechu v'malechutecha Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat V'korei oneg Shabbat Shabbat Zecher Yismechu v'malechutecha Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat V'korei oneg Shabbat Yismechu v'malechutecha Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat V'korei oneg Shabbat. Spiritually or physically, we rise for the Amidah.
Adonai sivatai tiftachu fi tehilatecha.
Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zocher Chastei Avot V'imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'nehem, Lema'an Shemo B'Ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah. Ata gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechaye hakol atarav lehoshia. Mashiv haruach umorid hagashem. Mechalkel chaim bechesed. Mechaye hakol berachamim rabim. Somech noflim verofech olim. Umatir asurim. Umekayem emunato. Lishenei afar. Milchamocha bal gevurot. Umidom elach. Melech mimit umechaye. Umatzmiach Yeshua. V'ne'eman ata lahachayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, mechaye hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom yehalelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh.
We take time in this service, as we do in all services, to pray for that most important gift of all, that of peace.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Ki Ador Melech Ador Lecha Shalom. Ki Ador Melech Ador Lechol HaShalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. B'tov be'einecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael. Bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם.
In this time of illness, we pray for healing. In this time of concern and anxiety, we pray for wholeness and peace. We pray for those in this state, the 165 who are suffering from COVID-19 in Delaware and their families. We pray for those around the world suffering from this disease and those even closer to home, and mention the name David Shalom, a parent of one of our congregants who is suffering from the disease right now. We think of those who are suffering in other ways, from other health issues that should not be ignored at this time as well. We mention their names out loud and in our hearts as together we pray for healing.
Mi shebeira מקור הברכה לאמותינו. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi shebeirach imotenu mekor habracha bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Oh, say shalom, shalom, bivromav. Huya say shalom, aleinu. Ve'akol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Huya say shalom, aleinu ve'akol Yisrael, amen. Oh, say shalom, shalom, bivromav. Huya say shalom, aleinu ve'akol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Ve'akol Yisrael, amen.
I invite you to rise as we begin our Seder Kriyat HaTorah and remove our Torah from the Ark.
Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, ha'olam ha'olam omer. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, ha'olam ha'olam omer. We're
We're going to be reading from Vayikra, the beginning of the book of Leviticus, Leviticus chapter 1, beginning with verse 1. If you have a Tanakh at home, that's what you want to find. I'm not going to give you a page number because I don't know what Tanakh you have. So go find what you got or look online. On Safari, it's probably already loaded up. Vayikra Leviticus begins a detailed discussion of the ritual of the sacrificial rite that is to take place first in the Mishkan and then in the temple. We understand the other name of the book of Leviticus is the Torat Kohanim, is the instruction for the Kohanim. But really it's the instruction for us on these sacrificial rituals that were so essential to what it meant to be an Israelite. In order to come near to God, in order to have some sense of holiness, to partake and participate in holiness, you had to bring a sacrifice, usually an animal sacrifice, giving up its life. And we know that that is its purpose, just from the word itself in Hebrew. The word korban, the word for sacrifice that gets used here, it comes from the word karov, to bring near. And throughout what I'm going to be reading, those first 3 verses, you're going to hear variations of the word karov. What bringing near the sacrifice itself, describes the idea of coming near. You would come to God. You would become closer to God, closer to a sense of holiness through these sacrifices. Reuven Firestone, in his book, A Year with the Sages, talks about how at this point in Jewish history, sacrifices seem at best like a quaint historical fact, and at worst like a theology that does not speak to us anymore. In the Reform movement, our liturgy, he points out, no longer references the sacrificial rite at all. In the conservative movement, by and large, he points out that it is basically there, but the commentary in the prayer book talks about it only as a historical thing, not something that is supposed to speak to us today. And in that book, he talks about the people who tend to gravitate toward the idea of sacrifice are the people who want to establish a third temple in Jerusalem and who have certain political and theological ideas that many of us would find anathema. But I would suggest another way of looking at the text and looking at this idea. Because right now, all of us, in one form or another, are sacrificing. Not in the same way at all whatsoever. But we are giving something up. We are surrendering something in order to draw closer to one another. Not physically, that proximity, that ability to be with one another, to go to school, to go to work, to even offer a handshake or a hug are being denied us right now. We are denying them ourselves right now. But that is in order to preserve life and in order to draw closer to one another in empathy and in support and in sympathy. Likewise, we know so many people right now are losing their jobs, still have their jobs and are on the front line because they cannot stay home and shelter in place, because they're a medical professional operating without enough equipment, because they are in a job that has been deemed essential and they're hoping someone doesn't cough on them or breathe on them. And they too are sacrificing, perhaps in a way that we would find anathema in any other circumstance. And we recognize that we are sacrificing for something that draws us closer to God, that draws us closer in holiness by helping preserve each other's health and life. So in our giving up certain things, certain ways of life, certain privileges, certain rights, at least temporarily, we hope and we pray that this sacrifice is enough in order to preserve lives and is enough to, in fact, help us preserve that which is holy in our world. With that, I invite you to join together in the bracha as we all take an aliyah. Let's all take an aliyah, because why not?
Baruch hu et Adonai hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai hamvarach leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim. V'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. V'yikra el Moshe v'yedaber Adonai elav me'ohel moed. God called out to Moses and said to Moses from the Ohel Moed, from the tent of meeting, Lemor, saying, Daber el b'nei Yisrael, say to the Israelites, v'amarta alehem, and tell them, Adam, ki yakriv mikem korban ladonai min behema umin habakar umin hatzon, takrivu et korbanechem. Any person who wants to bring their korban, who wants to draw near with their drawing near sacrifice, their ritual object for Adonai, it should come from the cattle or from the flock or from the herd in order to offer up their sacrifice. Im ola korbano min habakar zachar tamim yakrivenu el petach ohel moed. If it is from the flock, from the cattle, it should be a male. It should be without defect, and you will sacrifice it at the entrance of the tent of meeting. Yakriv oto lirtzono lifnei Adonai. You will offer it there before Adonai.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam nata betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
And if you're sitting at home, I'll invite you to rise for Hakbah.
V'zot haTorah asher zon Moshe Livnei b'nei Yisrael al pi Adonai mi'ad Moshe. V'tom heha me'ushar d'racheha darchei noam v'chol netivoteha shalom hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva Chodesh Chodesh Yameinu Chodesh Yameinu kekedem.
And we'll continue with Aleinu L'Shabeach.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו shemo echad.
We turn in our thoughts, we turn in our hearts to remembering those who have died, those in our own families, those in our community, and those in this world who died to sanctify the divine name. We mourn the loss of the first 2 deaths from the COVID-19 virus here in Delaware, and all those who have died of the disease, as well as mourning the loss of those in our community, whether it was years gone by or more recently. Together, each of us in our own space recounts the holiness we've experienced, the holiness in their lives, as we join in Mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, bi'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevarach le'olam olam me'al maya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kudusha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shalom Rabbah min shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. We think of our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at this season in years past, and those whom we have drawn into our hearts with our own. And we remember Bernard Corman, Leona Markowitz, Jean Lodge, just buried this week, surrounded by her family, Isaac Kaufman, Minnie Chertel, Joseph Lebowski, Sylvia Abelman, Esther Goldman, Eleanor Ruth Cohen, Nathan W. Lynette, Alfred Chambers, Sarah Goldberg, Fanny Rich, Arthur Tuckerman, Alice Salama, and Rose Krinsky. And if you have a name that is in your heart, we pause for a moment as you say that name out loud. Zichronam livracha, may their memories be a blessing, as we say, amen.
Amen.
We're going to conclude momentarily. A few very quick words. First of all, thank you to all of you who have been patient with all of our technical difficulties, and as we're exploring moving live streaming from a nice thing to do to an absolute necessity, your generosity and thoughtfulness has been lovely, and thanks to Alan Von Walton and the other technology crew who have been helping make this all work. And this past week and last week as well, I know Cantor and I both got messages from various congregants asking how we are doing. Normally it is our task to reach out to you to make sure you are well and that we are supporting you, but to hear that reciprocated, to feel that reciprocated is very, very much appreciated. So for each of you who have reached out to check in on us and other members of the team, many, many, many profound thanks. And thanks to Dennis Stewart for continuing to come in and, risk life and limb joining us on Friday nights and singing together. It makes a huge, huge difference for us to be able to sing together and hear your music as part of these services. We're going to join in the song, O Guide My Steps, which we concluded with last week. And hopefully that prayer will lift us up and will carry us forward through Shabbat and all of the online programming, all of the virtual programming that we're now doing, which hopefully you're aware of.
Oh, guide my steps and help me find my way. I need your shelter now. Rock me in your arms and guide my steps and help me make this day a Rock me in your arms and guide my steps. O Fros Aleinu Sukkot Shalomecha. O Fros Aleinu Sukkot Shalomecha. Oh, guide my steps and help me find my way. I need your shelter now. Rock me in your arms and guide my steps, and help me make this day a song of praise to you. Rock me in your arms and guide my steps.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.